Hi, it's the 12th of August 2018 at 5:30 p.m. Well, I've come full circle. Um, this was the backdrop I used for my very first ever video on this channel. Um, God, I spoke. I think it's about 45 minutes. It's a long time, and I don't think anybody sort of got my messages because they're probably a little bit awe-stricken. I can be a bit too much at first, but the idea I was proposing at that point, the very first video, was why don't we pretend that we're at a barbecue together, or we're just having a meal together or drinks together or something like that. I didn't have a couch then; I had a chair, so it looked more realistic. But I also had a T-shirt on, which sort of matched the background. But well, I'm in winter now, and I've got the couch. I'm not going to get an uncomfortable chair to sit on. Yeah, so what I was suggesting is we can have an asynchronous dinner party or a barbecue or something, where I could say something, and then maybe Griff could respond or anime or what have you. The thought came back to me because for a couple of reasons. The first one was, I've been trying to think how can we make it more realistic. How can we make it more a group, more like, how can it's just a mind thing. We all exist in one another's mind. That's it, and it's actually no different from in real life. Yeah, okay, you think you're sitting in a real setting and that sort of thing. It's nice. You can smell things, and you get to eat the food and what have you and drink, but a large part of it exists in your mind. And so I thought, well, why can't we do that online? So I can make a point. And then, I don't know, it could be Griff's turn to say something. Jay Lord could have words. Anime could do a vid, and respond to it. I put it up on your own channel, and then we just go and visit. And so as I do, like I could have spent all afternoon listening to you. As I'm working, I'm doing some tedious job that I can't stand, listening to other things. But I could be at a perpetual dinner party with you. And I thought, there was something I liked to do as a young guy. I used to, we'd socialise, we'd go out to lunch and what have you, with other guys, with other, just, with friends. Didn't necessarily involve women. It was, for a long while there, it didn't involve any women. And it was enjoyable. It was pleasant. Different experiences and what have you. But it was sort of. It was brought on. Griff and I have been talking this afternoon about Stefan Molyneux, and I was telling him I'm just getting annoyed with it. Stefan and Lauren ran into a bunch of protesters in Sydney here in Australia. I think they were protesting about refugees or something like that, and they were just wanting to find out what the protest was about. And there were just two of them. They were very plain, just ordinary YouTubers. And the police saw, you could see them. They saw them coming. 6 police, something like that. And in the end, the guy one of the protesters was, and the police escorted Stefan and Lauren. They were just very calm, and this other guy was, looking pretty hostile actually. Yeah, and so I looked at it, and I was saying to Griff, "Oh, come on, enough's enough. I can't stand this anymore." When I was a kid, we got caned for talking in class. That's how strict the rules were, and it was stricter before me. Now it's almost like anybody, any minority group, or anybody, just any sort of anything that could be politically motivated, it's fine. Just do whatever you want. And I'm looking at it thinking, no, this is just stupid. So I look at it this way. The refugees years ago when we housed them or entombed them almost in an island off Australia. We won't let them come in, which I thought a long time ago was wrong. I thought there'd be a way of doing it. But I'd suggested to people 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, shoot them, best thing you can do with them. And now that it's politically, It's all, sort of siding with the anti-Trump side. Oh no, this is wrong. No, they should be allowed in. It's not because of anything that people believe inherently within themselves. It's because it seems to be they're affiliated with a group or a belief or some sort of ideology. It's not like I look at it and I put myself in. This is where empathy comes in. I put myself in the shoes of those people. They've taken huge risks and they get detained, and put in really shitty conditions. And Australians, are very wealthy and just waste so much money. And I look at it and I think, surely they could come. Couldn't we do something? Couldn't we take a step forward? No, take the boats out to sea again. And we actually did that. We had a Prime Minister that went out, got the boats, turned them around, and they talk about Trump doing what he's doing, building a wall. Now these people, had the boats turned around, and it's and they're buggered. At least the Mexicans can go home if they have to. If they can't get across, they can go home. It's. I'm not saying it's right or anything else like that, but the whole point I'm trying to make here is, why can't people just actually put themselves in the shoes of these and come up with solutions that are good? And that happens through discussion and what have you. If people are, on one hand, it seems we've got one side where we're against multiculturalism at all, and on the other side we've got to just open up the borders and let everybody in. Neither side, if you ask me, are at all rational. It's just not rational. Multiculturalism's been around for a long time. It's not about to stop. We're not about to go back to a pure white race here, or anywhere else for that matter. But why then do we go the other exact? Why not just look at it yourself and just think, well, if and discuss it rationally and just take time. I mean, this boat people thing we've got in Australia has been going on for 10 years at least. I don't hear anybody discussing it. And then it comes to a point, something happens, everybody wants to get rid of Trump, or refugees should be allowed to come in. I'm sure that's what it is. It's not about doing the right thing for people, either us or them. It's about one group trying to beat another group. And so much of it is, and this is where I think mgtow, why mgtow came to be. It was feminism against men. One group, politically motivated, against another group. And it's just, I still don't see that, the feminists have actually gained anything since 2010. I ask people, so what can women now do they couldn't do in 2010? Nobody can give me an answer, except shit on men. But I mean, they're allowed to vote, drive, you can get a job, and can do anything. Saudi Arabia is a different story. It's a whole another story altogether. Nobody ever talks about that, except the Canadian politician. Somebody made a tweet or something about Saudi Arabia's human rights. Well, that's a tweet. Yep, Saudis. Yep, that's it. No more help for their. Cut all economic ties, all diplomatic ties. The whole thing. That's what happened. And I can't remember the detail, but it was pretty savage. It's just a big shit fight with Canada and Saudi Arabia. And I don't agree with anything that the Saudis are doing. Never have done. But the point is that they're standing up for themselves and saying, no, you can't treat us like that. In the West, we just bend over. Oh, what do you want us to do now? It's crazy. We've reached this point where, we're just powerless because, what do you want me to do? I'm just a blob. I'm just an amoeba sitting here on the edge of the pool. Look, something has to change. I'm not talking about getting the pitchforks out or anything else like that, but something has to change. This is what I was trying to say in my last video. It's just hopeless. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And people, Western people, are just letting it happen. Nobody. And as I said to Griff, I think people see toughness and what have you as being able to put up with the shit. You know, throw it at me, yeah, no problems. No, throw more at me. Whereas they really can't. They just think that. Because if you go and have a look at all the signs around the way, don't abuse us. Because you can't handle it, can you? Nobody can. But I see toughness as actually standing up and saying, no, let's get some decency and get some decency back in. Manners. That whole diagram I've had is probably doing that. I've probably found a way to lecture without lecturing. But yeah, let's get out of the narc zone and actually have discussions, come up with ideas, discuss things, what possible solutions could be, or what. I don't know, I don't care. I don't even really want to talk about that so much at my imagined dinner party. I mention it a little bit, but it just gets a bit tedious, doesn't it really? I don't know how it catalysed the thought, but it was probably what I was really thinking, what I was driving at is, why not get out what you really think? And what I really thought at the very beginning was, have asynchronous meals. I'm having a glass of wine. I'm just sick of it. Sunday afternoon, I'm working. Look, I don't know what's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? It could be the wine. Anyway. I've got a problem with this one. I can tell you. I used to like a drink. I would have had a bottle while I was having this conversation at one point. So far, I've had a sip. Something has gone wrong with the force field. Yeah. Anyway, that's. I'll ask at this point. I'm going to start. You remember demanding down the bottom? Start demanding. How about you guys return? Do a vid. Just go up your own channel. It'll be only us that'll watch you. For the most part, I guess it'll be just tell us what it is. Just go up your channel and we'll just talk. Just pretend that we could just do it on the weekend even. Sitting around having a chat on the weekend, but do it in this sort of way rather than all this type. I'm sick of typing. It doesn't actually. I could sit there and listen to you talk for 10 minutes. That'd be like, we're sitting at a table. I talk, and then Anime talks, and then Griff talks. Well, it takes us a while to sort of work it out, but just like we're at a barbecue or something, and we're sitting around the table and each chatting. Yeah, just about whatever. And so then we turn from one to it's just something I would like to try. Now, I'll leave it up to you, but we'll just start doing it. Why not? That's something. Anyway, been good talking to you, and I'll talk to you again soon. I'd have to change that, wouldn't I? If we change the format. I'd be like, over to you, Griff. Or, I don't know, how do you cue the next person? Anyway, going. Bye.